everyone. So today I'm so excited to teach you a couple of tools and tricks that I've learned over my years of meal prepping that have helped me to kind of hone in on exactly what needs to be done. So a couple of the tools is what we'll start with. You're going to need a good cutting board. So we have this cutting board here. So it's just a nice big cutting board. You're gonna want a big one or a big cutting surface just because you're gonna be doing a lot of like chopping and cutting things up all at once, and so it's easier when you have a bigger cutting board. So along the same lines of that, I would say a good knife set. So I will try to link this knife set down in the description bar. But my husband is a chef, for those of you that don't know. So he's like kind of a stickler about using sharp knives because it makes your whole prepping experience a lot easier. And this set we actually got for Christmas, and it was a great set. It was not very expensive, but it was a great set, nice and sharp. And there's a bunch of different sizes, so we could use it for whatever it is that we needed. So the next tool that I'm gonna go on to is a crock pot. I actually have two crock pots because I am crock pot obsessed. It is great for freezer meals. So basically freezer meals, you've probably heard of them. They're extremely popular. You take a gallon size, like a Ziploc bag, freezer bag, and you fill it with your meal. And then in the morning you dump it into your crock pot and you cook it all day. And then when you get home at night, or if you're already home during throughout the day, your meal is cooking. So all you have to do is put a side together, or even just eat it the way that it is. And there's so many meals like that. Some people call them dump meals, some people call them freezer meals. I prefer to call them freezer meals because dump meals sounds gross. But I love my crock pot. And the freezer meals aren't the only thing that you can use for your crock pot. You can cook pork tenderloin in your crock pot in bulk, and then cut it up and put it into your containers for meal prep. Or chicken. I love doing this with chicken because it's so easy, and it keeps the chicken easy to work with. So I usually put like a little bit of low sodium chicken broth in the crock pot with a couple of chicken breasts, a little bit of seasoning, let it cook all day long. And then I'll take the chicken breasts, and this will bring us on to our next tool. I will take the chicken breasts and I will stick it in my mixer. And by doing that, it'll shred up the chicken very fast. And you don't need a stand mixer for that. You can also use just like a hand mixer, and that will shred up your chicken perfectly and quickly. So shredded chicken is great for so many different things. Buffalo chicken, wraps, healthy buffalo chicken wraps, healthy chicken salad. You can do just like shredded up chicken to put onto your regular salads, like on a bed of greens with some tomatoes, some cucumbers, a couple more vegetables in there, and it really brings the protein portion of your food a lot easier. So the next tool that I'm going to talk about is going to be your rice cooker. So I love rice, I love pasta, so I don't cut that stuff out, and with the meal plan that I use, I just do it in moderation. So something like a rice cooker is super simple, where I could cook up some nice long grain brown rice. I can cook it up in bulk, and then I can scoop it out based on the portions that I need. Or if I have something going in my crock pot that would be nice over a bed of rice or something like that, this is so easy for when you get home from a long day of work. You pop your stuff in the rice cooker, you hit the button, you get undressed for the day, get in your comfy clothes, pour yourself a glass of wine, boom, the rice is done. You put your crock pot meal onto your rice, and you've got this beautiful dinner for you and your family that took literally 5 minutes, because you put the stuff in the crock pot in the morning, and then you popped the button on the rice cooker when you got home. It's a great meal, a great way to be super healthy, know exactly what you and your family are eating without spending, countless hours in the kitchen on a daily basis. So the next thing that I want to talk about is pans. So I am a casserole dish hoarder. I have every style casserole dish, I have every size casserole dish, and I have a problem because we had to buy an entire compartment for my casserole dishes because they didn't fit in our kitchen. So that being said, casserole dishes are super important to me. I use them a lot when it comes to roasting vegetables because they're nice and big, and instead of like a sheet pan, I can really get my spoon in there and mix it up while it's still cooking, without having to worry about half of my vegetables falling out onto the bottom of the oven when I am doing my cooking. The next thing that I want to talk about would be muffin tins. Muffin tins are super, super, super user-friendly for the average meal prepper. You can do everything in a muffin tin. We did muffin tin meatloafs. You can do mini quiches that you can pop in the freezer and take out, warm up on your way to work. You've got a beautiful breakfast. Hard-boiled eggs you can do in the muffin tins as well. So muffin tins are really, really, really cool to use. And you can go onto Pinterest. That's gonna be my next tool / trick is Pinterest. Pinterest has so many great ideas, you guys, and it goes with the meal plans that I use in my fitness challenge groups. So for us, we do the portion fix. So all I have to do is type in fix approved recipes, or if you're doing the To Be Mindset program, To Be Mindset recipes, and so many things come up, you guys. You can specify it as well, fix approved crock pot recipes, fix approved muffin tin recipes, fix approved recipes with ground turkey, with chicken. You can really, have a good variety of food that is healthy and that is easy to prep for your family for the entire week. So now, the last and probably most favorite tool I'm going to talk to you about today is the Fit Packer. So these are what I use to prep my meals and stack them in the fridge. So I can put my entire meal in here, have it stacked up in the fridge, and all I have to do is grab this, pop it in the microwave, and go. I am good to go. It's completely sealed. They seal very well. Sometimes it's a little hard to get them off, but bear with them because I'd rather it be too tight than loose and you have lunch all over your, the back of your car or whatever it is that you're transporting in. These are super, super good. The only thing that I would say, right now I have the single, where it's just one open container. Next time I order, I will be getting the dual container. So it's split about right here. So it's like 2/3 to 1/3, just because a lot of times when I prep in here, this one is great for salad, but when I'm doing my other meals that include mashed sweet potato and roasted veggies and protein, whether it's, fish or meat or anything like that, sometimes the roasted veggies, the moisture in them, when you reheat them, creates a liquid. It creates the liquid that sits at the bottom, and I don't like it when my chicken and my fish sit in the juice of the vegetables, if that makes sense. So that being said, next time I will definitely be getting the dual containers, and I will definitely put the link for both of those down in the description bar, so that way you guys know where you can get everything. So I hope you enjoyed all of these tools and tricks, and I can't wait to see what you create with your meal prep.